Hello and welcome back to In the Christmas Kitchen with Pen. Now today I'm going to show you Steve's favourite starter, but the basic mix for this also works really well just in a sandwich or Christmas vol au vents. So I'm pretty sure you're all having a guess by now and probably got it right, to be quite honest. It's prawn cocktail. Now I'm going to emphasise, this is how I make it because that's how Steve likes it. But the general recipes are pretty similar. So let's go through your ingredients. You will need some prawns. And here I've got some cooked frozen king prawns that are now defrosted and I'm just drying out on paper towel. You'll need some shredded lettuce, couple of bits of cucumber. You'll need lemon juice and a piece of lemon. You'll need for your sauce, now this is where it gets, oh, don't use that, oh, why'd you use that? As I say, I'm doing Steve's favourite. So we need some mayonnaise. We also need some salad cream, and the salad cream gives it that, you know. We will need prawn Marie rose. We'll need some ketchup. Then we're going to add a bit more flavour to it. So we're going to go in with a dash of Worcestershire sauce and a little heat. Some chipotle Tabasco. Ordinary Tabasco works just as well. Now, it's Christmas. Okay, so you might want to make it just that little bit extra special. A tiny drop of brandy will work. I'm not putting it in. Okay, this is purely because Steve doesn't like brandy. Mind you, he eats all the Christmas cakes, doesn't he? But he doesn't like brandy and it will be a little bit on the back of the throat, so I'm not going to be using the brandy. Okay, and then you've got to think about how do you want to serve it. Now, of course you can serve it in an ordinary bowl. Nothing wrong with that. But it's Christmas, you want it to look a bit nicer. So I've got 2 glasses here and I'm going to decide in a minute which one I'm going to put it in. So I've got, it's just a wine glass with a nice thick stem, and these were purchased from Wilkinson's about 15 years ago. Yeah, about that, but they're perfect. Or I've got this, can't remember where I purchased it from, I haven't got a blooming Scooby, but this is kind of like a Sunday dish, but it's not, and that way you haven't got to dig down, you can go, you know, be quite delicate, you are at the table after all. Anyway, so think about the dish that you're going to actually serve it in, that is important too. So I'm going to move you so that you can see what I'm doing and we'll get making this prawn cocktail. Right then, we'll start just with the bowl and we're going to go in with probably 2 tablespoons of, this is for one person, of mayonnaise. For the piquancy, we're going to go in for a similar amount of salad cream. You could just use one or the other, it's entirely up to you, but I'm going to emphasize again, this is how Steve likes it. And then you want some tomato ketchup, so we're going to go in, oops, excuse me, with a tablespoon of tomato ketchup, a dash of the Worcestershire sauce. And for any Americans out there, if you can't say Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire sauce, just call it Worcester sauce. Okay, and then a drop of the chipotle. Oh dear, we've got a child outside getting the amp. Come on, that's it. Just a few little drops. Oh, they really are crying, aren't they? Just a few little drops there. And then we're going to mix, it smells great. And you'd obviously, if you were using it, you'd add brandy before stirring too. And you want a pinkish sauce, you don't want it too red, so I think that is quite a nice colour. Now, I don't want to just put my lettuce in, then put the prawns on top. I'm actually going to use another bowl. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to put the lettuce into this bowl, and then I'm going to drizzle on some sauce so that the lettuce gets coated in the sauce. And I've forgotten the lemon. I'm going to do a little, just a squeeze of lemon. There you go, into there. Right, and now I'm not using all the sauce obviously, but we're just going to make sure it's quite loose, and we're just going to pour it through the lettuce there, because what you're doing, you know, because you don't want to get up and go, oh yeah, but there was a lot of lettuce there, I couldn't really taste anything else. By doing this, you're adding the flavour all the way through. And what you can do, and what I'm going to do, because I'm being in that sort of mood, I'm feeling a little devilish, is take a couple of your prawns and you can chop them. Tins of white crab meat are excellent for this. Get your tin of white crab meat and stir that through your lettuce and your sauce too. It will be lovely, and it just, as I keep saying, keeps that flavour profile going. So don't need too many. Right, and we'll put those through the sauce or through the lettuce too, so that you're going to get this little, oh, I didn't expect a prawn then. I might need to add a little bit more, and we'll just stir those through, or toss those through. There we go. And now we're going to move on to our prawns, and we've got this lovely sauce left. I'm going to keep 2 or 3 nice looking prawns just to go on the top, and the rest are going into the sauce. And we're going to stir those really well so that they are completely coated in your delicious homemade, much nicer than a jars, of sauce. Right, so I'm going to go with the wider bowl dish. That sounds so much nicer than a bowl, doesn't it? And we're going to pop the lettuce, the shredded lettuce, the prawns and the sauce into the bottom of the bowl dish. So you've got the crisp lettuce that has got all your prawn Mariro sauce on it, so it's not just boring. So there we go. Now we're going to add our prawns on top, and try and be careful so that you don't do exactly what I've just done, which is get it over the sides of the glass. Right, and we'll add as much sauce as we can, use it all. How many times have I made this to get the quantity just right, eh? And I never ever measure. I mean, you know, it's just a bit of this, a bit of that, yeah, that looks right. And now your prawns that you've got left over, you can just hang on the side of the dish. Your cucumber, I've just cut a couple of rounds of cucumber, and I've just slit them halfway. And now I've got some smoked paprika here, and I'm just going to go over the top with that. Then we have our cucumber, like so, and we want a wedge of lemon. So let's cut a wedge of lemon. And then we're going to just cut between the lemon and the pith, and we'll put that on. Hang that there so that your guest, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, because I don't eat prawns, has got the lemon to squeeze over the top of the prawns. And that is how easy, and it really doesn't get much easier, does it? It is to make a prawn cocktail, but we need to know what it tastes like. So I'm going to quickly clear and we'll get Steve out. But before that, you can make the sauce up the night before. You can chop your lettuce the night before. You can get everything ready the night before. I don't make it up until the day because the sauce could separate out, especially if your prawns are a little bit watery. So that's just one thing to remember there. Right, clear up, get Steve.
Oh, hello. Apparently I've got a taste. So let's give it a go. I'll lift it up. Right. My starter at Christmas, my favourite starter, but I am a child of the 60s, 70s. Homemade sauce. Prawns are a little bit chewy, but everything else superb, just as I like it. So winner. Give that a go.
Excellent. I meant to say I always serve it with brown bread and butter that I've cut into quarters triangularly. Only today I haven't got any brown bread. I've got the butter but no brown bread. I know, he feels so disappointed. The prawns being chewy, I'm a little surprised, but since I didn't cook them, I haven't got to take any responsibility.
Well, frozen, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So thank you for watching this edition of In the Christmas Kitchen with Steve, Pen and
Pen.
and we'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.
Keep thawing.